Welcome back to Ozarks Fox Stadium and our Friendsgiving episode. It is time to check in to Hollywood, to our friend Michael Babcock, who is for the first time now meeting my mom, Brenda. Come on in, Teach. Come on in, Jesse.
Jesse.
Michael, we're inviting our whole news team to get the Hollywood headlines from you today.
Hey, Michael. I love this. Good morning, everyone. Brenda, your son is the best.
Well, you know what? You are hot.
Awesome.
Yes, you are.
I hope everybody heard that.
You're way better than these three guys right here.
If you missed it, my mother is coming on to Michael Babcock.
Brenda, I didn't hear. Brenda, I'm sorry, my speakers were low. What'd you say?
I said you're so hot.
Oh,
I think you wanted me to say that again, didn't you?
I don't hear that often.
Mom is flirting with Michael Babcock.
Yes,
I did not see that coming, guys.
No.
Did not see that coming.
That's so funny.
Yes.
Now that Michael is blushing officially.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
not that old.
It's hot in here.
It's getting hot. What's making headlines today, Michael?
Oh, what should we start with? Let's start with Louis C.K. and Dave Chappelle. Two comedians who have been under, controversy, cancel culture. Both guys have faced their struggles over the years. It was a couple years ago for Louis C.K. Admitted to doing some things that I won't talk about here. And then, of course, Dave Chappelle had the Netflix special that a lot of people felt was offensive. So these two guys today were nominated for Grammy Awards. This is a big deal. So best comedy album for Louis C.K., best spoken word album, a nomination for Dave Chappelle. And the talk right now is, does this signify that cancel culture is over? Again, two guys who are very controversial, but yet they get this nomination. So again, that's the conversation that's being had. A lot of people, as you'd imagine, on Twitter, of course, are not happy, very upset that especially Dave Chappelle has been nominated here. But nonetheless, nominations for both men, and the question is cancel culture over?
Well, Michael, here's the thing. I want to tread carefully on this subject because I don't want to offend anyone. But I do believe in second chances, so I'm about forgiveness. But again, it's not my place necessarily in these situations, but does the art speak for itself versus the controversy in their personal life? And I don't know.
Right.
It's a fine line, and I don't know. I do not think cancel culture is over. I don't think that. It's definitely not over. Might it signify that it's kind of the peak is past and we're on the way down from it? Maybe. Or maybe they just looked, like you said, Jeremy, maybe they just looked at the merit of the work and didn't take into account any of the controversial stuff. And that's entirely possible also.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, and I think it maybe signifies that both can exist. You can do something a lot of people don't like, but still the art will speak for itself, and maybe that's where we're at now. Yeah. Because a lot of people simply don't care. A lot of people agree with them, so might be something.
Can I also say too, does anybody else think that we rely on Twitter too much for our opinions? Because there's a small group of people vocal on Twitter that everybody listens to, and once it's on Twitter and it takes off, then we have to agree with that.
In the reality of things, the amount of people who are actually on Twitter is so minuscule. It's a lot of times I think we think that Twitter is speaking for a whole group of people or for the whole country, when in reality, that's not the case. It's a very small group of people in the whole realm of things.
And a lot of times I don't hear about what happened, like the Dave Chappelle special. I didn't watch it. I only know what I heard from people who hated it.
Yeah.
Who were against it. So, you're giving it more oxygen online to something you don't like, because I wouldn't have known what it was about or seen it if I hadn't seen so many people complaining about it. Yeah. So that's the other side of the coin, too.
And I am glad that I decided to not go into being a comedian.
It's a dangerous game. Yeah. It's a dangerous profession these days.
If you don't.
It is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. You used to be able to make those jokes that really push the limit. Not so much anymore. You get people upset if you're too kind of risque.
Well, now we'll see, Michael, who wins if they win the Grammy.
Right. That'll be the next game.
Yeah.
Maybe it is actually over if one of them win. We'll see. We'll follow it.
All right. What else you got for us today?
So BTS, they are one of the biggest, most famous groups in the entire world, and they were literally shutting down Los Angeles. They were filming something for a James Corden show. They were at a really famous intersection in LA. They had all these props. They had a trampoline, so like a pretty large set piece to for shooting something that's actually out in the street in LA. But that's what they did, and all these people were kind of sending in videos and pictures as they performed, and they have just become truly one of the biggest, most famous, most beloved groups in the entire world, and now they've arrived in Hollywood.
Mike, I want to tell you this. This is perfect timing because earlier in the show, BTS was one of the answers of one of our trivia games, and my mom said,
What does BTS stand for?
I was like, I don't know.
I know.
She didn't know who they were.
Does
She's like,
anyone
what's
know
BTS?
the answer?
No, I don't.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
I didn't know what BTW was on Facebook at first.
By the way,
By the way.
Yeah.
what does BTS stand for? I don't know either.
Yeah.
I know. I'm going to look it up after.
Hey, breaking news from our producer, Jake, Michael. Jake, say that Bangtan Boys?
Oh.
Okay,
Boys.
I love that.
Okay.
There you go.
go.
Now we know.
There's our answer. I never knew that. Never even thought about it before.
I'm not sure if you've heard it, Michael. I just I was listening to a holiday playlist, and they actually redid Dynamite in a holiday-esque sort of arrangement, and I was
No, I didn't.
I was
How
pretty
any good?
It was pretty good. I mean, I definitely jammed out in my car pretty good for a few minutes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I got to check that out. That's awesome.
Oh, well,
Very-
good for BTS and James Corden. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
And then finally, you have
time
one
for
more story for us?
Yeah, one more. So Kodak Black, obviously a really popular hip hop artist. He is taking care of a little addiction issue now. So he's actually in rehab, but not letting that stop him from helping people during the holidays. So he has spent nearly $15,000 on 500 turkeys, and he wasn't able to go out and hand them out himself because, again, he's in rehab right now. So his people actually got these rental trucks, loaded up these hundreds and hundreds of turkeys, and went to different communities on different days and gave out turkeys to people who might not have been able to buy a turkey this Thanksgiving. And now because of Kodak Black, doing something nice for people, I guess a lot of people's Thanksgivings just got a little bit better because of him.
Oh, that's so awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love hearing that. Even when he is not able to go himself physically, he's still helping out
Right, to
communities.
still do it. I thought that was pretty cool too. You would have understood if he said, "Hey, I'm in rehab now. I'll help next year," but didn't do that. Still help. Very
Michael
cool.
Babcock, we love you so much. We hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Everyone, thank you so much for having me. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy
Brenda,
Thanksgiving.
Michael,
Thanksgiving,
don't be surprised if my mom sent you a DM on Instagram.
Hey, I'm
No,
looking
can
for
I get your digits?
Brenda.
I'm sure Jake has it.
You can catch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live at 2
I knew
p.m.
you'd love him, Brenda.
We'll be right back.
That's great, isn't he?
You are married.
Tell your
What I was going to do, I was going to put y'all on blast because guess what? You were laughing